Ancient Egypt, a land of majestic pyramids, enigmatic pharaohs, and a civilization that flourished for millennia. How could such a powerful and enduring culture vanish from the world stage? The decline and fall of ancient Egypt is a complex and multifaceted story, a slow unraveling woven from threads of internal strife, economic hardship, and the relentless pressure of foreign invasion. It is a tale not of a sudden collapse, but of a gradual erosion, a slow fading of glory that continues to captivate historians and archaeologists today. To comprehend the fall of ancient Egypt, we must first understand its heights. At its peak, this civilization was unparalleled in its achievements and influence. At its zenith, Egypt was a beacon of civilization, a land of immense wealth, technological innovation, and artistic grandeur. The treasures unearthed from tombs and temples reveal a society that valued beauty and craftsmanship. The Nile River, the lifeblood of the kingdom, provided fertile land for agriculture, enabling a population boom and the development of sophisticated urban centers like Thebes and Memphis. The annual flooding of the Nile deposited nutrient-rich silt, ensuring bountiful harvests year after year. The pharaohs, considered divine rulers, commanded absolute authority, overseeing vast construction projects and leading powerful armies. These god-kings were central to the state's religion and governance, embodying the unity and strength of the nation. Egyptian influence extended far beyond the Nile Valley, with trade routes reaching deep into Africa and the Near East. These trade networks brought exotic goods, new ideas, and cultural exchanges that enriched Egyptian society. The Egyptians developed a hieroglyphic writing system, made significant advances in mathematics and astronomy, and their architectural achievements, epitomized by the pyramids and temples, continue to inspire awe and wonder. Their knowledge of the stars and the seasons was crucial for agricultural planning and religious ceremonies, reflecting a deep understanding of the natural world. However, even during periods of prosperity, the seeds of decline were being sown. The centralized economy, heavily reliant on the pharaoh's control over resources and trade, was vulnerable to corruption and mismanagement. Expensive military campaigns and grandiose building projects often strained the royal treasury, leading to increased taxation and economic hardship for the common people. As the gap between the ruling elite and the general populace widened, social unrest began to ferment. Peasant uprisings and labor strikes became more frequent, challenging the pharaoh's authority and destabilizing the social order. The once unified kingdom, held together by a shared cultural identity and the pharaoh's divine right to rule, began to fragment. Internal strife and political instability further weakened the Egyptian state. Power struggles between rival factions within the ruling elite became increasingly common, leading to periods of civil war and short-lived reigns. Ambitious governors and military commanders often challenged the pharaoh's authority, vying for control over resources and territory. The once absolute power of the pharaoh was undermined, leading to a period of decentralization and fragmentation. The kingdom was often divided, with rival claimants to the throne ruling over different parts of Egypt. This internal disarray created a power vacuum, leaving Egypt vulnerable to external threats. Section 5. The Hyksos Invasion, a harbinger of things to come. The growing weakness of the Egyptian state did not go unnoticed by its neighbors. As the once mighty kingdom began to falter, the eyes of opportunistic civilizations turned towards Egypt, sensing a chance to exploit its vulnerabilities. Around 1700 BCE, a foreign people known as the Hyksos, armed with superior weaponry and military tactics, invaded and conquered much of Lower Egypt. Their chariots, composite bows, and advanced fortification techniques gave them a significant advantage over the traditional Egyptian forces. The Hyksos invasion marked a turning point in Egyptian history, shattering the aura of invincibility that had long surrounded the kingdom. The once proud Egyptian soldiers found themselves retreating in the face of this formidable new enemy, their cities falling one by one. Although the Egyptians eventually expelled the Hyksos and reunited the country, the experience left a lasting impact. The victory was hard-fought and came at a great cost, but it also served as a powerful lesson in resilience and the necessity of military preparedness. It exposed the vulnerability of the Egyptian state to foreign invasion, and demonstrated the importance of military innovation and adaptability in a rapidly changing world. The Egyptians began to rebuild their fortifications, train their soldiers in new tactics, and develop more advanced weaponry, ensuring that they would be better prepared for future threats. Section 6. The Resurgence, a brief return to glory. Following the expulsion of the Hyksos, Egypt experienced a period of renewed strength and prosperity under a series of powerful pharaohs, including Amosi I, Thutmose III, and Ramesses II. These rulers restored order, expanded the empire's borders, and oversaw a period of cultural and artistic flourishing. However, this resurgence proved to be temporary. The underlying problems that had plagued Egypt, economic instability, political intrigue, and the threat of foreign invasion, remained unresolved, lurking beneath the surface of this renewed golden age. Section 7. The Persian conquest, a new power in the Nile Valley. In the 6th century BCE, the Persian Empire, under the leadership of Cambyses II, conquered Egypt. The Persians, with their vast resources and military might, were able to overcome Egyptian resistance, incorporating the once mighty kingdom into their sprawling empire. Although the Persians allowed Egypt a degree of autonomy, the country's status as an independent power was effectively over. The pharaohs became Persian puppets, and Egypt's wealth was siphoned away to fund Persian ambitions. The Persian conquest marked another turning point in Egyptian history, ushering in an era of foreign domination. Section 8. Alexander's arrival, the end of an era. The Persian grip on Egypt was broken in the 4th century BCE by Alexander the Great. After defeating the Persian army, Alexander entered Egypt as a liberator, ending centuries of Persian rule. He was crowned pharaoh in Memphis, demonstrating his respect for Egyptian traditions. However, Alexander's rule in Egypt was short-lived. Upon his death in 323 BCE, his vast empire was divided among his generals, with Egypt falling under the control of Ptolemy the Soter, one of Alexander's most trusted commanders. Section 9. The Ptolemaic dynasty, a fusion of cultures. The Ptolemaic dynasty, of Macedonian Greek origin, ruled Egypt for over 3 centuries. They adopted many Egyptian customs and traditions, presenting themselves as pharaohs and embracing Egyptian religious beliefs. The Ptolemaic period witnessed a fusion of Greek and Egyptian cultures, evident in art, architecture, and religious practices. However, the Ptolemies never fully integrated into Egyptian society. They relied heavily on Greek and Macedonian elites to administer the country, creating resentment among the native Egyptian population. The Ptolemaic period was marked by periodic revolts and uprisings as Egyptians chafed under foreign rule. Section 10. The Roman conquest, Egypt under a distant emperor. The Ptolemaic dynasty came to an end in 30 BCE with the death of Cleopatra VII, the last Ptolemaic ruler. Following her defeat by the Roman general Octavian, later known as Augustus, Egypt was annexed by the Roman Republic, becoming a province of the vast Roman Empire. Under Roman rule, Egypt continued to be a vital part of the empire, providing grain and other resources to the Roman heartland. However, Egypt's status as an independent nation was gone forever. The pharaohs were no more, and Egypt was ruled by Roman prefects, answerable only to the distant emperor in Rome. Section 11. Conclusion. A multitude of factors, a gradual decline. The fall of ancient Egypt was not a single event but a long and complex process spanning centuries. It was a slow unraveling of a once great civilization marked by a series of significant events and gradual changes that collectively led to its decline. It was the result of a confluence of factors, both internal and external. Economic decline, political instability, and social unrest all played crucial roles. The once thriving markets and bustling cities began to show signs of wear and tear as resources dwindled and trade routes became less secure. Internal conflicts weakened the Egyptian state from within, making it vulnerable to foreign invasion. The Hyksos invasion, the Persian conquest, Alexander's arrival, and the Roman annexation were all pivotal moments in this gradual decline. Each of these invasions chipped away at the stability and power of Egypt, leaving it more fragmented and less able to defend itself. These invasions were not just military defeats, they were also cultural and economic blows. The Hyksos brought new technologies and practices, the Persians imposed their administrative systems, Alexander introduced Hellenistic influences, and the Romans integrated Egypt into their vast empire. Each wave of conquerors left an indelible mark on the fabric of Egyptian society. While ancient Egypt may have eventually succumbed to external forces, The seeds of its demise were sown long before the arrival of foreign conquerors. The internal decay, marked by corruption, weakened leadership and social strife, set the stage for its eventual downfall. The fall of ancient Egypt serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder that even the most powerful and enduring civilizations are not immune to the forces of change and decay. It underscores the importance of internal cohesion, strong leadership, and adaptability in the face of external pressures. The story of Egypt's decline is a testament to the complex interplay of factors that can lead to the fall of even the mightiest of empires.